Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest in Nashville, Tennessee, is Bob Plann. We're here together at the Fuse Alliance meeting. Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. How about you?
I'm great. You're president of this organization. You're also, your day job, you're one of the four partners at Resource Arizona in Phoenix, Arizona. And I got a chance to come see your operation at the end of last year and was very impressed. You have quite an operation out there.
Well, we're fortunate. We've got a great space. We have architects and designers utilizing our space. We have 15,000 feet, and we have a warehouse located other side of town of 25,000 feet.
Actually, your operation was built for this purpose. It was built by Interface, right?
We were owned by Interface at the time of construction, so we also have a raised floor throughout, underfloor air. So we get a lot of architects coming over to our facility to take a look at that. It shows the opportunity for people to see what raised flooring can really be in an office environment.
You're one of those commercial contractors that knows how to sell fashion and design, and the whole front section of your offices are set up to be that area where designers and architects can come over and basically use that as their workspace, right?
They have every opportunity to come. We love for them to come to our facility. We change out the whole front probably every 3 months. We have lots of different brands of carpet tile on that raised floor, usually in about a pattern of 9 tiles to 12 tiles. We also have then sample books of all the manufacturers. We're seeing obviously lots of the manufacturers on the web, but the reality is people still like to touch carpet. So it gives them a quick chance to do that. We also then have a sample service. If they place an order with us by 2 o'clock Phoenix time, we'll deliver to their office next day those samples.
Well, let's talk about business. You and I were talking earlier. You got into this polished concrete business 10 years or so ago, and that's actually giving you a nice shot in the arm. I would say you have a diversified operation. Tell us a little bit of how your business is doing.
Well, we've had a great year. We had the best January we've ever had in our history, which is pretty phenomenal for us. So we're very excited. We're doing a lot of national accounts right now with polished concrete. Our polished concrete business continues to grow. That business that used to be VCT in schools, K through 12, is now going to polished concrete. So we're doing a lot of schools this year, too. We are booked up for the summer right now in polished concrete.
All right. You know, you were talking earlier this morning about some of the bottlenecks in your operation, and one of them is around estimating. And I was intrigued to hear that you've gone offshore to get some help in that area, right?
We have 4 estimators in Greece. So we send to them at 5 o'clock at night estimates that we want to try and get done by next day. This world of the cloud, we'll call it, has given everybody the opportunity to come in and send things where they say ASAP, and ASAP has been shortened. It used to be a week. ASAP today is tomorrow. So by utilizing that service, we send over a PDF. They send back a finished estimate, and then it'll be put right into our computer system and loaded and quotation same day.
You know, I've interviewed you before, and one of your specialties, or the areas where you get a lot of energy yourself, where you have passion, is around restaurant design. And I mean, you actually are doing some work with some operators who have restaurants in many places, and you do some cutting edge work, don't you?
Oh, we do a lot, but we have some great restaurant designers in Phoenix that are national. So we work with one team called BNP, Bar Napkin Productions, and they will take it from the napkin to the plate, to the dishes, to the food, the menu, and, of course, the floor. So we work with them and trying to be cutting edge, trying to stay in tune. And oftentimes we've taken trips with architects over to Paris, and we look at a lot of floors. And the idea is to go ahead and see what people are spending lots of money on, but being able to do it back home for little. And so we do a lot of VE offerings and work with a lot of carpet mills to go ahead and create things that we see that we know are very expensive over there, woven or Axminster carpets, and we're trying to get them produced for a lot less cost here.
We recently shined a spotlight on a project you did with GoDaddy, where you actually did their Phoenix operation, right?
We did their most recent headquarters building, all custom carpets, designed with us by Interface. Polished concrete, all the walkways. They actually have bicycles that they use to get around. Very cool, cutting-edge facility. So we were very proud to be part of it.
You mentioned that you like to go over to Europe, and you're actually taking a special trip to Europe this year, right?
I've been doing floor covering a long time, so it's my B70 tour, and the O is OH. So, yes, and got a bunch of friends that are going to join me. And I told these friends if they get over there, I buy the dinner. So we've got about 25 commitments already of people that are going to meet us in Paris for my birthday.
All right. Well, let me just tell you, when you tell me how old you are, I'll look at you and go, oh, my gosh. I mean, you not only have this fantastic operation in Phoenix, you give back over here at Fuse by being president and head of the board, and you don't look as old as you say you are. I mean, within 15 years of that.
I've got a great colorist, she does my hair, keeps me looking young. I have a great wife who's a little bit younger than me, and she keeps me young also.
Okay, well, I got to tell you, there's one other thing I want to point out. When I toured your facility, you introduced me to your son, who has come into the business, and I thought it was a very interesting story. After he finished school, he went to Hawaii and did his own thing, and now after getting a little experience under his belt and working for other people, he's come back to work with Dad, right?
He is in my office every morning. We share a cup of coffee. It's fabulous. And then he goes into our estimating department, and he works on estimates. We are actually in the process of putting in new software, Job Runner, which Fuse was very much involved with developing. And Michael also, my son is Michael, also writes software. So there are some issues. The way we like to do business is a little bit different than the way Job Runner is. So he's writing software to allow us to go ahead and make it work the way we want it to work, too.
Are you going to share that with the other Fuse members?
Any of them, once we get it all done. We're actually back sharing it right now with Job Runner. We think there's some ways that we can make it more efficient.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interview Jeff Gordon tomorrow, and so I don't want to get into too much detail around this meeting, but are there some things that you're pleased to see in this organization this year?
Well, we have the largest meeting we've ever had. We've got over 250 members here, but this is the first year without Ron Lee. So it's a big kickoff for us, and Jeff and his team have done a great job of organizing this. We've got new people from the marketing side, and it really shows. I mean, the energy of the meeting is great. People are seeing a great opportunity the way we've got our major vendor partners, our platinum sponsors. We've had actually 4 meetings today with platinum sponsors, Armstrong, Mohawk, Tandis, Shernox, yes. So 4 great meeting sessions and an opening session where we had a roundtable discussion about issues in the industry. So it's been a very good opening day.
All right, Bob, it's great to visit with you. Thanks for spending time with our listeners. Again, been talking to Bob Plann, a partner at Resource Arizona and president of the Fuse Alliance. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.